Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis join us now. Good morning, you guys. It's so exciting to have you here.
So nice to see icons, isn't it? Yes. Icons and legends. It's so nice.
Like old? Is that the same thing?
No. But I do want to say, you had the idea to have this album 35 years ago. So, Jimmy, I want to know, what took you guys so long to actually produce your own album?
Well, it actually started back 35 years ago because we were producing an album called Control, which is 35 years old. And Janet actually stole one of our songs from our album, which turned into What Have You Done For Me Lately? So it launched her career. It ended ours, at least on the artist side of things. And it's taken that long to actually get there. Yeah, so that's what's taken so long.
Terry, why is now the right time for this album?
Well, couldn't be a better time. We went through a couple years of COVID, and it gave us time to settle down and get all the artists and friends together and make music, and that's what we did.
All right, I'm originally from Minneapolis. Are we going to hear any Minneapolis sound on this album?
We actually reunited Morris Day along with Jerome Benton,
You're kidding.
which is actually Terry's brother. Jerome is Terry's brother.
That's right. What's up, bro?
And then for the band, we used The Roots. So it's a great collaboration. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So.
And also the Sounds of Blackness.
And the Sounds of Blackness are also on there from Minneapolis. 50 years they're celebrating this year. So, yeah.
Jimmy, I've already heard it. I love it. Terry, hi. It's good to see you, too. You know, that Janet Jackson song, That's the Way Love Goes, that was my divorce song. So I remember that song. That was the one, I'm not kidding, that got me through. I remember being on the dance floor dancing by myself.
We all have that song, Gayle.
We all have a song like that. But listen, you've worked with Mariah on this album, Mary J. Blige. I love the spinning song. No Janet this time. How did you decide who you were going to work with? What was the process?
We put a wish list together of people who we love to work with. And obviously, a lot of people on the wish list. We are doing a volume 2, by the way. That's why we're calling the album Volume 1. So there still is a volume 2 and a volume 3, and hopefully a whole bunch of them that we'll do. But at this point in our careers, we're having so much fun. And we basically put our wish list together, and a bunch of people were nice enough to say yes.
No, nobody's going to say no to you, too. Terry, I'm fascinated by the collaboration of you and Jimmy together. Because you guys met as teenagers. You were in the Outward Bound program, the two of you?
Upward Bound.
Upward Bound, that's right, Upward Bound. And that you discovered you had two different tastes in music. What was it? You were you, and he was what was it? Upward Bound.
I'm the funky guy. He's the pretty guy. He's the pretty boy. So
thank you, Terry.
Thank you. But at some point we figured how to mesh it together. I guess the first song was "Just Be Good to Me" by the SOS Band. So it was a little bit difficult at first because I would always put my funky bass part on his pretty chords, and it kind of just didn't go. And then he'd say, "No, not that." And we'd do the vice versa. But we figured it out after a while.
I like funky boy and pretty boy.
We
got a pretty boy here too. Tony Dokoupil.
Actually, Anthony's on vacation this week.
Go ahead, pretty boy, Tony Dokoupil. Go ahead.
Guys, Tony Dokoupil here. Some people write one hit, maybe two. You've got hits in 3 decades, and I'm curious how you kept up that longevity, that consistency, and how you actually start. Where does a song begin for you?
Well, actually, it's 4 decades, but who's counting?
Pretty boy.
Yeah, but no, it's really, for us, it's really the inspiration. The artist is the inspiration. We tailor-make the songs for each artist. We try to not ever do the same thing for the same, for different people, right? So we want that suit to fit perfectly for that artist, exactly the way that they want it, the color, the fit, and the whole thing. And that's really been, I think, not the secret to our longevity. The other thing I'll say is we actually planned on having a long career. When we did our very first interview, somebody said to us, "You guys are the hottest producers." And we said, we don't want to be the hottest producers. We want to just be warm for a long time.
Wow.
So that's what we're trying to still do.
You've had 41 hits in the top 10 on the Billboard charts. Is there a particular song or album you're really proud of?
Well, we got to always say, go back to our Minneapolis roots and say probably the kind of a time capsule song, I guess, if we were going to put something in a time capsule and open it 100 years later that really explains Jam and Lewis, it would be the song Optimistic by the Sounds of Blackness. Probably our favorite song that we've ever been associated with, easily.
That's a good one. I do have to ask because, I moved from Minneapolis. I'm out in Los Angeles. You guys moved from Minneapolis out to Los Angeles. Are you more Minneapolis or Los Angeles? And how much did Minneapolis hate you when you left?
I don't think we ever got any hate. We love Minneapolis. It's still home. Home is where the people you love live, and Minneapolis is that. So, you know, we're in LA, but we love Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And we love you guys. And after all these years, you clearly still love what you do. Why do you love what you do so much? Because it's still, I look at Rhythm Nation, which, by the way, still holds up today.
Right.
It still holds up today.
Yeah, which is kind of bittersweet. It's because it's, you know, you're happy that music holds up, but then the messages that are on that album we thought would be eradicated. We wouldn't be talking about racism and all of these things still now today. So that's kind of too bad. But listen, we wake up every day with a song in our head, not necessarily a good one, but at least there's an idea in our heads every day.
Exactly.
And the cool thing for me, and I think for Terry, is that we get to work together.
Yeah.
I mean, we've known each other for 40 plus years now. And we love working together, and there's nothing else that we really know how to do well. So we're just going to continue with this.
It's clear.
We're too old to learn anything new.
Who decided on the look, the sunglasses and the black hat, because they are
It's
definitely
early
iconic.
there. It's early in LA.
But it's definitely a look. You always know when you see them exactly who it is. Who decided on that look, Terry?
Well, this look actually comes from a lot from me, from my family. Because in my family, all the men wore hats and suits, and this kind of the look that I adopted over the years. If you look at little kid pictures of me, I just dress the same.
Yeah.
And Pretty Boy said, I like that look, I'm going to do it too.
Also, you don't have to make any
That's
decisions
right.
when you wear
That's
that.
right.
Also true.
Come on in, pretty boy.
Also true.
Jimmy J.
Guys, congrats. The album's very, 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 I love it. I
It's
love it.
awesome.
I can't wait for number 2.
Oh, and 3, and 4, and 5. Thank you guys so much for being with us. We appreciate it. Their full album, Jam and Lewis Volume 1, will be released. Mark your calendar this Friday.